Welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy and welcome to the 2021 FIA Manufacturers Series here on Gran Turismo Sport. Tonight we are at Dragon Trail Gardens 2, the torturous reverse layout, and we're in the Group 4 cars. And hopefully tonight I can make some progress. Aston Martin, not the best car for the track, so can we get something done? You have to stick around to find out. All right, lobby opens up, and it is an A+, rolling into some higher A-rated folks in the lobby. So, again, fast people, and I am door number 13. But will it be unlucky door number 13? I mean, with this track, with the sausage, you can see me writing it there on the qualifying lap. This gentleman in front of me does not get lucky. So he ditches me. Now that was a bit unlucky because I was really kind of hoping to get his slip through this lap and get a good qualifying time to put me up front and out in front of all that mayhem that you find in that mid-pack in these races. Behind me, I got a guy in a Dodge Stealth that was acting a little wild through the out lap there, and I was really concerned about him. As you can see, he got really close to hit me from behind there, and I guess I was watching my rearview mirror too much and really not paying attention to my apex coming through that curve. So anyway, he falls off behind. No worries there, and yes, I choose to ride the sausage. That big sausage here at the Gardens track. I mean, you either got to straddle it or you got to go around it. I chose to man up and straddle that big sausage, so no problems through there. Come around the final corner, heading towards the straight. Need to put something sub 108, or excuse me, 138. And I put down at 138. Man, if I put a sub 108, I'd be knocking on the door of the top 16 in the world. So nothing even close to that, as I am qualifying P8 in my lobby. And I'm sitting here in the lobby, and I messed up my second lap. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go sneak out and see if anyone has given up what they're going to use for tires. And you can see it right there. First place, put on the hards already. So I knew he was going to have on hards. And even though I was way back in 8th, I said, you know what? I'm going to go on hards because he's going to slow down the people in front of him. So I am going to start on the hard tires. So what is the tire strategy? That's a good question. Tire wear was extremely high. I want to say it was like 9x, 9-time tire wear. And fuel was right around the same, 9, 8, something like that. So you were burning a lot of fuel and going through a lot of tires. So basically the idea was just to make them last as long as you could while maintaining that fast lap time. When they fall off, replace them. Same with fuel. You want to save as much fuel as you could. I saw folks saving as much as 30% fuel when they were going in for their pit stop. So that was kind of the goal, was just come in on around lap 9, the halfway point, flip off the mediums onto the hards. The hards were the required tire, so going to have to put those on at some point. But this time I'm starting with the hards, so I will actually come in and put the mediums on. You can see me here at the start of the race trying to figure out where I want to be on brake balance. I'm like, 2, no, 1. Yeah, okay, let's go with 1 to the rear to start it. Now, let's look here. I've got the fuel trim on. I already set that up, try and save some fuel during the start of the race. I'll flip that down to 1 once the race gets started. So let's look and see what everyone's starting on tire-wise. P1, racing hards. P2, racing mediums. P3, again, mediums. 4 is also on mediums. 5 is on mediums. 6, again, on mediums. 7, on mediums. And guess who's on the hards? That's right. That's me. The 9 and 10 are both on the hards. So if I'd gone with mediums, I might have could have slipped out early. But again, that first place position is kind of holding everybody back, and that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid that he was going to hold, he was going to hold back the guy in front of me. Maybe someone else in the middle there started on hards and just screw up my whole game plan. So I was like, I'm far enough back. I'll just start on the hards. Now, the hards are really cold here on corner 1. You got to be super careful. As you can see, Impatient Meteor goes a little bit deep into corner 1, and I even get squirrely coming out of corner 1, even though I was being just super cautious. Already losing the slipstream of the Ferrari in front of me. Not really happy about that. J2K and Z-Fix Sickers both in the Ferraris to start the race. And, oh man, those mid-engine cars, they just turn so nice through this section of track. Hard for me to keep up, especially when I'm on the wrong tire. They're on a softer compound tire, so not much luck there. So key through this section of the track in this car, man, I had to be patient and just try not to abuse the tires too much. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to be smooth through here. And then you got this hairpin. It's so easy to brake late here and just scrub the heck out of those front tires. When you turn them too tight and you feel them chopping, man, you're just eating rubber off those things. So Want to try to avoid that as much as possible, but still, you still got to maintain that quick speed through that hairpin. So as we come down through here, I've got to make a decision. Am I going to ride the sausage or not? I decided I'm going to go for the sausage. So I ride that one good, and I drop it down a second, and the car just freaking turns on me. I don't know what the hell happened right there, but it was just annoying. As you can see right here, you got to be on the right side of the sausage. I am not straddled. I am all the way over the sausage. I get a half-second penalty on lap 1, which is just absolutely devastating. As you can see, I'm actually catching back up to these medium tire guys in front of me. And if you look at the time, I'm catching up to them. There was 1 second, and they're 1.7 behind me. I hit that little section there. I actually took the penalty pretty decent. I'm like, okay, no big deal. But then I brake a little early because I'm used to my normal braking point, forgetting that I'm now going slower. So now I'm going super slow through this section of the track. I'm like, no. I come out the other side. I knew the mistake I made, and you can look. That time's just ticking down to P9 and ticking up to P7. I could have been in the slipstream of the goop in front of me if I hadn't cut that darn curb just a hair too much, just because the car was heavy. It was on hard tires, and they were cold still, probably a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit cold, and it just acted funny. So that's the only reason I cut that. So again, lap 3, I go for the sausage. This time I make it. Now I'm back into the slipstream of that Ferrari. He made a mistake. So I'm like, oh yeah, all right, in the slipstream of the Ferrari. What I just didn't realize is, of course, these aren't mediums, and it just did not grip in that slipstream. That downforce was just gone, hit the grass. Another mistake in 2 laps by yours truly. Unlucky 13. It might be true, as I let FVRT Juan David go on by on the inside, because there was no point trying to fight that with dirty tires heading into that heavy braking zone. So now I got to battle back to get my 8th position back, and I have Impatient Meteor all over my backside there, also in the Aston Martin. And you can see there, FVRT Juan David makes a mistake, cuts too much of the corner, and he gets a half-second penalty. So I'm like, yes, I might be able to get my 8th position back, as behind me, Figaro takes over P10 from Impatient Meteor on the hairpin. So they're battling a little bit back there. So that's looking good for me. So I'm like, well, maybe my luck is changing. Maybe it's changing. So we go down through the sausage curves. Once again, I do survive him, this time all over the back of Juan David, and he goes wide, hits the wall, and takes himself out. Geauxgreddy pass. I will absolutely take it. Heading on down through the final corner towards the straight on lap 5. Got my 8th place position back, but can I hold on to it? So on to lap 8. Impatient Meteor has run me down. He is all over the backside of my Aston and his Aston. It's Aston on Aston. Going down the straight here, he has got full suck, and we are heading towards the 4-point turn, and he didn't ever really make it look like he had any intentions to send it down the inside. It looked like he was pretty content to save fuel back there, so I thought that's pretty much what he would do. So I wasn't really too concerned with him. I figured he'd probably try and just pass me in the pit stop, because I've got no one to draft. So I'm trying to short shift. You can see I'm shifting pretty short everywhere that I can, doing my best to save some fuel and watch my tires. My tires don't look great. I'm on lap 8 there. You can see the front left is starting to complain a little bit there. Heading into the hairpin, Impatient Meteor looks down the inside, sends it. The ambitious send into the hairpin, but I'm able to slide back on by with the nice cutback. She's unable to make that pass stick. A little bit ambitious, but very clean. So it was well done by Impatient Meteor. Not too much trouble taking that right back from him, though. So heading on to lap 9 here. As you can see, we're coming through. We got a nice little lead over Impatient Meteor, and goes wide. Oh, hits the wall and spins out. He drops way back. So I watched the replay. He just spun and spun, couldn't get the car turned around, and then even had a side-by-side entrance into the pit with a Porsche. So I headed in the pit with 14% fuel in my tank. Not too great. As you can see, the others have 22 and 33. So I'm going to fill it back up to the diamond here at 85%, 89% fuel, something like that, and head back out onto the track, hoping I've kept a decent position on the track. As I come out, I slide in behind the Jaguar of R. Pacheco, And he is in 10th. So that puts me in 11th place after the pit. So I'm a little dejected there. I'm like, man, that was not too good. And I'm on the medium, so I feel good about that. But I don't know how many people I'm actually going to catch with these medium tires. So all I can do is pass the guy in front of me and then look on towards the next guy. So right now it's putting the head down. We're gonna look at the Jaguar in front of us and see if we can't find a way around this guy, and hopefully be able to catch up to the two guys in front of us there. Maybe even the top 5 group, top 4 group, something like that. See if we can't shake off this unlucky number 13 door number. So coming down through the S's, up the hill towards the hairpin. I guess this is up the hill. I think it's up the hill. I don't know. I get on the brakes, not late, and then I slam it down into first, get the car to rotate, and it worked out beautifully. I mean, it's pretty rare that I do something like that. It actually works. So I wanted to put it on that concrete patch or whatever it was and try and get underneath him, and man, it just rotated and went right through there. I was like, sweet. Look like a pro doing stuff like that. So we had to straddle the sausage. Once again, guys, I'm getting really good at straddling that sausage. I just got to tell you, I'm starting to like it. I'm starting to like to straddle the sausage. So I don't know what that tells you about my racing style, but whatever it is, it is. So finally catch up to P6 on lap number 12. And look at that. We are all over the bumper of that car now. All of the folks that started in front of me, except for P1, who's now in P2 right now, started on the medium, so they are on the hard tire. So I'm on the softer compound tire. Got a great run out of that final turn. Now I'm going to look down the inside. If I'm alongside him coming into the braking zone, I'm going to send it. So I'm alongside him. I send it down the inside, make it stick. He tries to cut back, but hits me from behind as I hadn't quite got through the apex yet. It was a valid try. It was a good attempt, but came up just a little short and actually helped me out there. Gave me a little boost as I went through the corner. I was trying to give him space around the outside, thinking he was going to try and drive around the outside. That's why I was slowing down a little more. Didn't realize he was just going to stay mashed on the brake pedal and try and cut back behind me. But he did, and made some contact, but no major problem there. Didn't wreck me or anything. Didn't wreck him. He's going to fall off pace. I mean, he's on the hard tire. I'm on the medium, so all is well. That ends well, I guess. So on to chasing down P5. So we got Julian Pastore in front of us. Now, this is a familiar sight as we were behind him last race, too. He is in the Mazda. So we are going to see if we can't set up some kind of pass on him before we run out of tire. It is lap 13, so let's move on here to lap number 14. I got to get this move done before my mediums wear out. The Aston Martin, not spectacular on tire wear with this high a tire wear rating. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's certainly not one of the best cars for tire wear. Of course, neither is the Atenza, but he's also on the hard tire. So actually, as this race continues, he's going to reduce the difference between him and I. So I really do need to get by him. I want to get by him on that hairpin, but I broke a little bit late and couldn't swing it around underneath him. So got to look for another opportunity as we come downhill once again towards the sausage curbs, and we do make through without any trouble. Once I got through the sausage curbs, all right, I was like, okay, cool. I just need to make sure that I apex this corner and keep enough speed to be able to chase him down on the straight. So that's what I did. You can see me, just playing with the throttle a little bit there, and I came out behind him with enough pace to be able to get alongside before turn 1, so I wasn't doing any crazy dive bombing. And there we go. So we actually passed him up there before the braking point. Get down to second gear. Nice side-by-side through corner 1 into corner 2. Well done by Julian Pastore and myself, if I don't say so. So clean pass by Geauxgreddy there. A little bit better than the last one in turn 1, but I don't feel like that was so much my fault as was the competitors that got in behind. Just misjudged that cutback a little bit, but so good clean pass there. Now we can look at P4, actually catching back up here to P4, getting within 1.5 seconds of him as we're heading towards that hairpin once again. Now this is usually not this section wasn't where I was catching people. It was after the hairpin going down through the sausage curves where I was catching people. But unfortunately, my tires did give up the ghost, and I was unable to catch P4 as I actually chose to not straddle the sausage on the last lap and forego any death by doing that. So fast forward here onto the straight. 0.2 laps of fuel left. I go to do the spin out before the finish line and misjudge it. So unlucky P13, not so unlucky. Able to get a P5, a top 5 position in this race. 210 points for the Manufacturer Series. Happy with that. And clean race, and even got the fastest lap, if you can believe that. So pretty happy with my night. Hope you were happy with your race. If so, hit the like and subscribe and come back and check out some more action. Heck, do that even if you weren't happy with your race. Hope to see you again. For myself, Geauxgreddy. Y'all have a great evening. DJ Clean, take us out of here.